Scorpio, Sagittarius, August isn't just another month. It's a powerful turning point between the Lionsgate portal, the two eclipses. Something you've been waiting on actually could be it could finally actually begin to move. So let's dive in. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking the videos, leaving comments. You know, as I'm turning into your energy, Spirit is like showing me someone standing at the edge of an old chapter, looking towards a completely different horizon. You may not have all the answers yet, but deep inside, you know life can't just continue the way it has been for some of you. August feels like a bridge between who you've been and who you're becoming, all right? We have that 8-8 portal, right? Bringing that powerful manifestation energy, spiritual awakening, confidence, heart-centered alignment. This isn't about forcing things to happen. It's about becoming the version of yourself that's ready to receive what has already been trying to tell you. Right. At the same time, this month we have Saturn, Neptune, Pluto, Chiron. That is all asking you to slow down and heal beneath the surface. There may be moments this month where old fears, doubts, or past disappointments rise again. And this is not because you're moving backwards, because Spirit wants you to release them for good. Yeah, that solar eclipse in Leo on the 12th, right? Many of you, it's going to feel like a new chapter beginning around your confidence, your purpose, your creativity, or maybe even the direction that you're choosing for your life. The eclipses often close one door so that another can finally open. Even if it feels unexpected, maybe even the change will feel unexpected. Just trust what is leaving. It has already served its purpose, all right? Communication will become a theme as well this month. Mercury moving out of Cancer into Leo and then into Virgo. This is all going to be encouraging you to speak from your heart, then organize your plans with wisdom and practicality. You're finally having those conversations maybe that you've been avoiding, receiving some important news, or suddenly seeing a situation much more clearly. All right. Even in love, Venus is entering Libra. All right. Which is shining a lot on relationships, harmony, emotional balance. Whether you're single or committed, Spirit's encouraging you to notice who brings peace in your life and who constantly drains your energy. Real love shouldn't leave you constantly questioning your worth, right? Even career and finances are going to be shifting this month. Around the middle of the month in August, right? Opportunities may appear through conversations, networking, learning something new, or finally stepping into a role that better reflects your true value. So progress may not happen overnight, but the foundations you're building now has the potential for long term. Find even home and family and home energy may be asking you for a little bit of patience during this month. All right. Mars is entering Cancer, which can make emotions run a little bit higher. I'm hearing choose understanding over reaction. Sometimes healing doesn't come from winning the argument. It comes from creating space for honest conversations. Towards the end of the month, the lunar eclipse in Pisces, all right, the 28th, towards the end of the month, a powerful emotional release will be happening for most of the collective. Something that you've been carrying in your heart for a long time may finally come full circle. The eclipses help you let go of the emotional baggage, the outdated dreams or expectations that just no longer fit the person you are becoming. Overall, my Scorpio Sagittarius, August feels like a month of less of a month of chasing and more of a month of aligning. All right. Spirit's also asking you to focus on something here is that you don't need to force what is meant for you. Your job is to keep becoming the person who can receive it. Let's get some of these cards out here, beautiful souls. Thank you again for hitting the like button. I really, truly appreciate it. Yeah, this card has really been coming out for the collective. Friendship, compassion, and support. All right, coral beach. Beaches could be significant. The peach color could be significant. But friendship overall, compassion, support. Yeah, passion, desire, vitality. All right, rapture, red. This specific card has really been coming out for the collective. Some of you may be having receiving money, all right, at the beginning of August, or as you enter August, all right, there might be a little bit of a money increase, or money could be coming in. Spirit angels and sisters, please come through. Yeah, I'm seeing the color green. All right. Green is associated with money, stability, abundance, prosperity. All right, here's a page of pentacles here in your current energy as well. There may be a little bit of delay, all right, on a new beginning. Scorpio Sag cusps, Spirit saying that August begins. As August begins, it feels like you're standing at the edge of a new opportunity, but something isn't moving as quickly as you hoped. For many of you, this is going to be something about a delay. It could be a delay in work, it could be money, studies, a new project, even building. Maybe it's going to be about building a relationship. Whatever this is for you, it is not denial. There's some delay happening, but I'm hearing it's not denial. There's something about divine timing happening. All right, we do have the Saturn retrograde, right? I did the video on that. There might be more messages there for you. I'm hearing you being asked to slow down, strengthen the foundation before your next chapter begins. The solar eclipse is preparing you for fresh beginnings, but first it wants you to feel confident in what you are building, all right? So the Page of Pentacles is just reminding you that the biggest blessings do take time to grow. And I'm hearing, don't mistake slow progress for no progress, all right? And I'm hearing that you are not alone, right? Friendship, compassion, support. You are not meant to carry everything alone. The right people will encourage you and will support you. And I mean, even with the Rapture, the red card, right? Destiny, passion, desire, vitality. There is some sort of spark that will be returning in this month, and Spirit is reigniting your passion, that so you can move forward with renewed purpose. All right, so thank you for being here. Thank you for hitting the like button, and let's dive into what to release. Now we got the 10 of Cups reversed. I feel like Spirit's asking you to release the unexpected, the unrealistic, releasing the unrealistic expectations about how happiness is supposed to look. Some of you really have been carrying disappointments because life, family, or relationships haven't unfolded the way you imagined. But holding on to what should have been can also stop you from seeing the blessings that are now arriving. There's a 10 here that is a completion to a new beginning. This Pisces lunar eclipse later in the month also supports that emotional release, helping you let go of the old stories so that your heart has room for a new beginning, all right? The number 11 could be significant for some of you as well. The 18th of August might be significant as well for you. Here is the conscious goals, the Ace of Cups reversed. I'm hearing that your biggest goal right now is emotional healing, even if you haven't fully admitted it yourself yet. I'm hearing you want to feel fulfilled again. You want to trust again. You want to love what you've been creating instead of simply surviving. The Ace of Cups reverse says that the love that you've been searching for begins when you start filling up your own cup first, all right? So you encouraged this month is to fill up your own cup. And once your energy shifts, I'm hearing everything around you begins to respond differently. Page of Swords, this is your conscious needs, all right? I'm hearing you need clarity. This card is encouraging to stay curious, ask the right questions, gather information before making important decisions. Mercury is making some moves, all right? Mercury is moving from Cancer into Leo and then into Virgo later this month, which will support planning, learning, and seeing situations from a more balanced perspective. I'm hearing Spirit saying, don't assume, discover, all right? Three of Wands is what is standing in your way. Ironically, what's blocking you isn't waiting for certainty before taking the next step. Three of Wands says you already planted the seeds, but maybe fear of the unknown keeps making you look backwards towards the horizon instead of walking towards it, all right? Yeah, look how he's looking forward that way and he's looking that way, okay? All right? Asking the right questions, all right? Being curious. Maybe this Lionsgate portal is going to help you to expand. Expansion will begin when you willing to trust yourself. Something about willing to trust yourself to take action. holding yourself back from taking that action. What to avoid? Nine of Swords. Avoid allowing fear to write stories that haven't happened yet. August has intense eclipse energy, and your mind may easily imagine worst case scenarios that can happen, right? And just remember that not every anxious thought is intuition. I'm hearing protect your peace, get enough rest, and don't let temporary worries become your permanent beliefs. What to focus on is the High Priestess. Very special card, right? Focus on your intuition during this month, on your gifts, all right? Not the outside opinions. You are a High Priestess. We all are, all right? Whether you're male or female, we all have this gift within us. And with Neptune, that's also retrograde, and these powerful eclipses energy, maybe your dreams or signs or synchronicities, like your inner knowing is going to become quite loud, and all the answers that you're seeking aren't outside of you, they're already within you. Okay, and let's have a look where to find support. Strength reversed. I'm hearing support comes through people who remind you of how powerful you are. You believe that you don't have the strength to move forward, but Spirit's like saying no, all right? This Leo energy, all right, you have the courage and the strength, all right? It isn't always loud, but it's there, all right? Courage is simply the energy of refusing to give up, all right? Whether this is trusting family, a close friend, your partner, your soul tribe, your own spiritual patience. I'm hearing that you are stronger than you think, all right? Yeah, when we have that solar eclipse in Leo, it's going to be very, very significant. The Hangman, all right? This is the underlining energy. Perspective, I'm hearing. Underneath everything, it's going to be a season of perspective. Neptune energy, Pisces energy. Maybe things feel paused because Spirit's asking you to see your life differently than before moving forward. All right. We have the Page of Pentacles reversed, that things feel delayed, things feel paused. I'm hearing whatever this is, it isn't wasted time, it's preparation. Sometimes the greatest breakthrough happens while nothing appears to be happening. Yeah, the moon in Pisces and Leo is really going to be very, very significant. Here's the Page of Wands reverse. This is the potential to activate. I'm hearing Spirit asking you not to let any sort of self-doubt stop you from beginning. All right. Page of Wands reversed often appears when excitement is competing with fear. Potential is already there, I'm hearing. The only thing left is believing that you are ready enough to take the first step on something. All right. There is a potential for a new beginning. Taking action. All right. On your desires, on your passions. Progress doesn't require perfectionism. It just requires movement. Okay, let's get final messages out here for a love. Beautiful. We have the Sun, Leo, and more Leo energy coming out here. And we have the 10 of Wands, Sagittarius energy. For those of you that are single, this combination is actually very beautiful. Like the sun is showing that love has the potential to enter your life through authenticity and confidence. And the 10 of Wands, getting the energy of stop carrying the emotional baggage from previous seasons, from previous relationships, and into the future. All right. 10-10 is really significant. All right. Endings and new beginnings. The right person shouldn't have to prove they different from someone that has hurt you. Okay, if you are in a relationship, this is a reminder to share the load, all right? One person may be carrying too much emotionally or practically. Honest conversations, teamwork, laughter can bring warmth back into the relationship. Overall, Spirit is saying love becomes lighter when both people are willing to put down what no longer belongs within the relationship. Yeah, there's definitely new beginnings and endings and new beginnings happening within relationships during this season. Everyone's got free will, right, on how that will play out. Yeah, your reading isn't about rushing into a brand new life overnight. Okay, my Scorpio Sagittarius. It's going to be about recognizing that you're already standing at the doorway. All right. August is asking you to release the emotional weight, trust your intuition, and stop letting fear convince you that you are behind. Any sort of delays that are happening, all right, that you've experienced, there haven't been punishment, even though it feels like it, right? But underneath it all, it has been preparation. The Lionsgate portal 8-8, all right? Those powerful eclipses that's happening this month, you're being guided towards a version of yourself that's wiser, stronger, and ready for everything that you've been praying for. Sometimes the biggest transformation doesn't happen because the world changes, it's because you do. Perhaps you want to share with us what are you finally ready to leave behind so that you can finally step into your next chapter. Thank you for liking the video, subscribing, leaving comments. And remember, trust your intuition, trust divine timing. The universe is always working with you, even when you cannot see the whole picture and the whole path yet. Love and light.